Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before I get started with today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing if you are new for more BMW and specifically E46 related content. Before I begin, guys, please check out my Amazon affiliate link down below as it helps out the channel at no cost to you. In today's video, I will be going over how you can easily find vacuum boost, sap, or evap leaks in any BMW. We will be using a smoke machine for this. It makes it super easy to fix those pesky P0171 and P0174 vacuum codes on your BMW. So we're going to go over how you can do it, and we're just going to spot out some of the common leaks on the E46 in general. So with these smoke machines, the one that is linked down below, it is a Shopline one, and it uses its own fluid. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to let it heat up for around a minute to 2 minutes, and then we're going to put this in the intake. And then one thing happened last time is smoke kind of came out through the intake. I have used this before to test it out, but we're just going to tighten that up. And that should hopefully help make a good seal. And now we also have it connected to the car's battery to power it up. And now we are going to hook up a compressor to it. One thing to note, this does have a built-in regulator to regulate the pressure, but I would set your compressor to something low if possible. And basically all we're going to do now is wait to see smoke. There is a little bit of smoke coming from here. I have the wrong fitting on here, unfortunately. But we're just going to wait to see where the smoke comes from. And we can see some right here at this F fitting, actually. So if we look right here, this F fitting is pouring out with smoke. Not pouring, but you can see it is coming out. It's super loose. You can see how easy I can pull it off. So that's definitely one spot we are leaking on the E46. And some of the common spots it does leak, it's the DISA valve, these boots, the whole CCV system, the SAP system, the brake booster over here is another spot that it could potentially leak. So we're gonna let this run and we'll be back to you to see where else the car is actually leaking from. Update, after letting the smoke machine run a little bit on the car, we are not seeing really anything up in the engine bay besides this F connector right here is super loose, and a little bit of air, a little bit of smoke is coming through there, but other than that, the engine bay looks pretty good. We also have this leaking right here. We put a zip tie around it. Unfortunately, we had the wrong fitting on there, but everything else in the engine bay, usually all the common spots, the CCV system, the oil cap, and one thing, if you open up the oil cap, you should be able to see smoke. You might not be able to see it, is a very faint smoke coming out of the oil cap, but that's normal. But we're really not seeing too much going on in the engine bay. However, I am seeing a leak from underneath the car. So we did jack up the car and we do have a leak coming from the fuel filter. And it's actually this vacuum line right here runs to a hard line. So from vacuum, a little bit of piece of vacuum, to a hard line, to underneath the car, which is a hard line, into the fuel filter. And the fuel filter is pissing out smoke. So there's definitely a leak down there. I'm gonna show you guys that now. So it may be hard to see, but there is smoke coming out from the fuel filter. And if we look way down here, I can't even show you, but there's a line that's just chilling down back here, and it's just throwing out smoke. And that's where the leak's coming from, the fuel filter, the front little spot of the fuel filter. I can't really show you just the way it's angled, but that is where my biggest vacuum leak is, and all it needs, the vacuum line is deteriorated, so I'm going to replace that, and that should fix my leak there. But I wouldn't have known I had a vacuum leak if I didn't have the smoke machine to show that. So we still have the smoke machine hooked up to the car. We replaced this vacuum line right here as well as the one going to the fuel filter, and it looks like right now I have no other vacuum leaks. So this looks like this solved all of my vacuum leaks that I had going on the car. Now I didn't really have major vacuum leaks, but it is important, I forgot to mention, to do this while the car is cold. That way you have the best chance of finding your vacuum leaks. So like I mentioned, this was really where we were leaking from and down below, but another couple areas that I forgot to mention is the oil dipstick can actually leak and the O-ring at the bottom. So definitely need to jack up your car and check under the car to see if you're leaking there. The other thing that you can use to test this, I'm also getting a SAP code. So I would like to test my SAP system and my Evap system to make sure I'm not getting any leaks there, because those are using different systems. You also can use this to test for boost leaks. We used it on Matt's BMW 335 with the N54 engine, and he had some vacuum leaks too, but he didn't have any boost leaks, which is good, but you can use this for boost leaks as well. One thing to also note, we bought these caps in case we need to cap off something, like for Matt's car, we need to cap off. When you take out the intake, you have to cap off one side, and there's also this for the Evap, if you want to test the Evap system on a car. So I just thought I would note that. These you have to buy separate. This comes with it, and the cone is something you should get with it as well. So that's everything for this smoke test, and this is the one that we have. I'll link it down below, the AutoLine Pro Shop Series. Guys, it works out great. It also comes with its own fluid, a small bottle. That's enough that you open this up and there's a marble, and that's your level indicator. But there's enough to do 2 cars and even more with the first bottle. But I also bought mineral oil to use with this since it has no smell, and you don't have to keep buying the fluid that comes with it since it does have a smell, and mineral oil should not smell. So to conclude this video, if you guys own a BMW or even a shop, having a smoke machine is a wonderful tool to easily diagnose any vacuum leaks. When I first got this car, I was chasing vacuum leaks just due to how old the car is. Obviously, it's an E46. It's going to have vacuum leaks due to the rubber on the vacuum lines just go to crap. So one thing to note, if it is just a vacuum line like I had, I definitely recommend replacing it with silicone vacuum lines. I'll link those down below on Amazon for you guys to check out. They're very helpful, and they last much longer than traditional vacuum lines, so that's why I recommend going with silicone vacuum lines instead. If you are looking to buy this specific smoke machine, I'll link it down below too. It wasn't that expensive, awesome tool to have in the garage, useful on any cars, not just BMWs, and like I said, you can use it for evap leaks, vacuum leaks, sap leaks, boost leaks. It's a very good, useful tool to have in your garage. So check it out down below. If you guys have any questions, like always, drop them in the comments below. I'll be sure to read them and respond. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you guys are new here, and check out my Amazon affiliate link down below, as it helps out the channel at no cost to you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.